In the beginning, there was darkness, and darkness was covered with darkness. Then came the light with a sound. And Om gave rise to words or knowledge which got compiled as the Vedas. In the hierarchy of Vedic knowledge, there are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda and Atharva Veda. Then comes 4 Upvedas or Sub-Vedas, 6 Upangas or components, and then 6 sub-components, out of which 1 is Yoga. There are several types of yoga as well, like Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Shiva Yoga, Nada Yoga, Laya Yoga, and many more. Rig Veda is one of the most sacred and the oldest books of human history. It is about 8 to 10,000 years old, and yoga is a part of this Vedic literature. Maharishi Patanjali, considered to be the authority on yoga, propounded yoga nearly 5,000 years ago. Lord Krishna and many saints of India have also spoken about yoga. In the Middle Ages, the practice of yoga was confined only to the royal and the scholarly class. It was taught to students in gurukuls after passing a rigorous test. In the recent years, by the effort of many spiritual and religious leaders of India, the doors of yoga have been opened to the common man and to each and every human being on this planet. Yoga is the union of body, mind, and spirit. The individual to the universal. Yoga is realizing the connection between the finite and the infinite, the manifest and the unmanifest. Yoga is bringing harmony in thought, word, and deed. Maharishi Patanjali elucidated 8 limbs of yoga, namely Yama, social ethics; Niyama, personal ethics; Asana, postures; Pranayama, directing the life force; Pratyahara, turning the senses inwards; Dharana, one pointed focus; Dhyana, meditation; and Samadhi, merging with the self. Somehow, in today's age, yoga has become associated with only physical postures, whereas the central teaching of yoga is maintaining an equanimous state of mind. The Bhagavad Gita says, Yogaha karmasu kaushalam, meaning yoga is skill in action and expression. Yoga is not just exercise, it is how skillfully we communicate and act in any given situation. So here yoga is described more as a mind skill. It means you could be watching a sunset, doing your job in office, or cooking at home. If you're doing it out of joy and love, you are a yogi, a karma yogi. The same action devoid of any love or care is not yoga. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Samatvam yoga uchyate. Equanimity in the mind is a sign of yoga. The ability to remain centered in adverse situations is yoga. Whatever brings us back to our nature, which is harmony and joy, is yoga. While postures make the body healthy, pranayama and meditation take the mind deep within. Uniting diverse aspects of life, of existence, is yoga.
See, every baby is a yogi. The postures definitely the baby does, but its attitude, the way it breathes, the perceptual ability, the sharpness, all these qualities of a yogi, a baby exhibits.
Wonderment is a preface to yoga. Vismayo Yoga Bhumikaha. The wow we experience many a times in life is a prelude to yoga. Anyone engrossed totally in anything one is doing is yoga. Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Yoga is being established in the seer, the drishta. From the scenery, we come back to the seer. When one is in harmony within, the journey of life is calmer, happier, and more fulfilling. Life starts flowing in a direction to unite with its very source.